mommy, it's okay that I don't have a dad. As long as you're okay, as long as you're not crying, as long as we were together, I don't need my dad. Maybe we're just so lucky that during those times, even at that very young age, we already understand how hard life is. Right now, boss, I can honestly say that I'm in one of the happiest years of my life.
You play both roles in a roundabout way, and like you just have a really strong mother, and that's all she needs, right? You'll make me cry now, boss.
Because
Welcome to 11 Minutes with My Lodi. This is a platform to learn all about the most amazing things, the challenging things, and the ins and outs of being a virtual assistant with Virtual Spotter. Today on 11 Minutes with My Lodi, we catch up with maybe the best singer in Virtual Spotter. Maybe. And I say maybe because I think we need to have a competition. We have a lot of amazing singers in Virtual Spotter. But I've only heard a couple of them. It's actually, if I'm going to be honest, it's a close between Ral and Boss Claire. Both absolutely amazing singers. Let's start this meeting. And amazing people, let's be honest. The most amazing people. Hey, what's happening, My Lodi? How are you today? I'm very well, thank you. You look very fresh today, boss. As always, very maganda.
Boss, I'm just look like fresh, but to be honest, I feel nervous.
Yeah.
I really feel nervous, boss.
I'm going to ask you heaps of tough questions, so you should feel
Oh
nervous
my
as well.
God.
No. I'm just joking, boss. Just joking.
I'm not prepared.
How are you today?
I feel great. I prepared physically.
Yeah.
But just like what I said, boss, I feel nervous, boss. I'm a little bit nervous because, boss, to be honest, I'm not that very confident in speaking English fluently. So
Yeah.
I'm not as comfortable with verbal communication as some of the other team members who have this BPO experience and their languages is English ever since. So in my case, I'm not just used to it, and the challenge I face is that sometimes I get lost for words and I have
Yeah.
to pause for a moment, just to think of the best vocabulary that I have to use in order for me to express my thoughts or feelings. But when it comes to writing, boss, that's where I feel confident ever since I studying because I have time to think and choose the best
Yeah.
words to express myself. But yeah, but
Well, I wouldn't have known that. Like, I think you speak really fluent English. I feel like you speak great English.
no, boss, I'm not that very fluent. Although I can speak, I can communicate, but
Yeah.
not as good as OM and Ven, but I'm doing my best, boss. But please, boss, don't make it hard for me.
Yeah.
Do you think, I'm interested, do you think that, like, I guess we're still, like, a lot of your day-to-day is still behind the written word. Like, it's not like a phone account. But saying that, I know that you do meet with your clients regularly. Do you think that helps you? Like, the more you talk and interact, it helps your English?
Yes, actually, boss, it really helps me a lot. Compared before, I can say that I'm little by little, I'm confident. I'm more confident now than before because having this meeting every day with them, talking in English, it makes me more confident than before, boss. But
That's
still
really
have
cool.
but still have more room for improvement, boss.
As we all do, right? We always have room to improve and get better. It's on a much smaller scale, but even how, like, I pick up some of your dialect and like, it's only a few words, but like the more I use it, the more like comfortable I get with understanding. I think I'll speak for myself, but like a lot of the fear with using a different language is that you will mess a word up and embarrass yourself. It's not that you'll get it wrong. It's that, like, you will use a completely different word that is not contextual to that and make you look silly. Like, almost like you use a word that is like way off of what you're trying to do. And and make yourself look silly. That, at least that's for me.
Yes, boss. I'm actually learning also from my daughter. She's better in English than me because
Okay.
that's her first language. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, she used to watching YouTube, so
Yeah.
that's why she learned English at her very young age. She's better than me.
Do you know who Dora the Explorer is? Have you ever seen that kids TV show?
Yes, boss. Yes, boss. We have that kind of show in Philippines.
Yeah, so my sister's daughter, she used to watch that show all the time, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Dora has like a Hispanic accent, like she's Mexican, I think. And my niece had like a Spanish accent, like
Accent.
pure, yeah, like she said some words in like with like a Spanish twang. It's wild that like it's wild how much influence that can have.
Yes, boss, exactly. That's why even though the kids now are prone in YouTube, we have as parents be still select those TV shows or movies that they have to watch because like just what you said, there are TV shows that are not like, for example, that kind of accent, and like Mr. Bean, boss, right? Mr. Bean is not really talking, so some kids have this kind of like they can speak as a if they can speak at the early age because watching Mr. Bean, which
Wow.
is not talking, something like that. So I think
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not good to watch for little ones.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree. So, thanks so much for joining us today. It's really cool to be able to sit down with you and spend some time and learn more about who you are and where your values lie and how you ended up here and some of your life, which is, I think, everyone will be very interested in, especially people that don't interact and know you as much as what other people do. So, introduce yourself, boss. Like, who are you, and where do you currently reside in the Philippines?
I'm living now, boss, in Rizal, but I was born in Western Samar, which is part of the Visayas. If you're familiar, boss, you've been in the Cebu City, right, boss?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's close to
Oh,
Cebu, so
I didn't go in. I haven't been to Cebu City, but I went to wherever the part that the J Park is.
yeah. But Western Samar, where I was born, is just close behind Cebu City.
Got you.
So they are both part of Central Visayas. When you look in the map, you will see at the middle of the map, the Philippine map. That's where Western Samar is located. So the people there are known as, they call them Bisaya or Waray. And there's a trivia, boss. Whenever people hear that you are Waray or Bisaya, they have this impression that, oh, you are so loud and fierce, but with
Right.
amazing, yeah, but with amazing voice, like you can sing well. So that's
Yeah.
how they
Right.
describe Bisaya or Waray.
So everyone from your area can sing? Is that like
Most of them. It's very. I mean, most of the Bisaya that I've been encountered can sing well, boss, and they really have nice tune, have high pitch. Yeah, but not all. Of course, not everybody has a nice voice, but most of them, I guess.
have you always sang?
Yes, boss. My mom told me like by the age of 2, I guess,
Yeah.
when I could already speak clearly, I was also able to sing in tune, in a right tune, and she knew that I would become a singer when I grew up. So
Yeah.
I spent
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
childhood singing at school programs, participating in some competitions inside and outside of schools, and when I grew up, I perform at the different occasions, especially weddings and birthday boss.
The first time I ever heard you sing, I didn't know. Like I know that all Filipinos can sing mostly, right? Like, but I didn't know how incredible you were at singing until our most recent party. I was blown away. I was like, wow, that's the most
Thank you,
powerful
boss.
voice ever. Yeah, it was so good. It was like I got goosebumps listening to you sing. It was
So
so
Thank
good.
you,
good.
boss. Actually, I'm being nervous by that time because it's it's not I mean it's not being they did not told me that I was going to sing that night, so I was very nervous, but yeah. Thank you, boss.
I thought of something else just then as well. Like as we were talking about, like how you have trouble with the English language. I imagine it would be even trickier trying to sing in English. Was that hard to sing in English?
Or
No,
not
boss,
memorizing it.
because I'm memorizing it already.
That's cool. So yeah, you were born behind like around Cebu City, and then how long did you live over there for?
Oh, boss. I was born into how can I say this? I mean, into a poor family.
Yeah.
Oh my, I might end up crying, boss. Sorry.
That's okay. I'll cry with you. I'll cry with you.
There's no sugarcoating on it. We were struggling financially before, and boss, my father was the only one working, and was just he was just a regular laborer or a carpenter, if you know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mother was a full time housewife. I have three siblings, and although my parents managed to send us school, was we often went to school without a single penny in our pockets. And fortunately, our school was just within a walking distance, so we didn't need to have more money for transportation. And personally, I would sometimes ask my classmates, to share their food
Lunch.
during their lunch, during our recess or break time. And since we studied in public schools, tuition fee was free, boss. But
What was free?
the tuition fee in our
Okay.
school,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But when I was, I think, when I was 6 years old, my parents applied me, boss, for to be a part of this kind of institution from another country, that where they sponsored some students for their education here in the Philippines. So I was lucky enough to be chosen, and and someone from US is sponsored my studies here. So they start sending money to cover my school needs, and whenever I receive those allowance for my school supplies, sometimes I would buy I would buy the cheapest, because I want to make my money stretch, to be able to so that my siblings can use the remaining funds to help them also cover their school supplies. And yeah, sometimes that my sponsor also send me gifts for my birthdays and Christmas day. So yeah, that's my grade. That was when I was in grade level. But when I reached college, I became a government scholar, um, which helped me to pay for my tuition, of course, and from that I also received quarterly book allowance. But most of the time, this money for my book allowance, I mean for my book allowance that I get from the government, um, my parents borrowed it, to cover our daily expenses, to buy foods for us. So instead of using that money for my books, we use that money for our foods. And
Got yeah.
and anyway, that time we were allowed to photocopy book pages, so I didn't have to buy actual textbooks. So yeah. Um so that was my college life, boss. So looking back, I can proudly say, boss, that without my determination, boss, to finish my school, I would not have be able to graduate,
I
because
Okay,
because
go on.
because it's not easy for me to maintain high grades during my college days, just to keep my scholarship. And and I'm very grateful for my parents, especially for my mom during that time, for being so resilient. But somehow, she can manage to budget $8 in if you convert it, it's in $8 for 7 days for four
That's
kids.
wild.
Yeah, for four
Wild.
kids and one husband to be fed. So it's like I don't know. I really don't know how she do it, but I remember we would sometimes eat rice and with just a sugar on top. Sugar as our ulam. Ulam, what's ulam in English? Like a dish? A dish. So instead of rice and a meat, rice and a sugar on top. That's our dish. Because we don't have enough money to buy um good foods, healthy foods, boss. And if if we have some extra money, we would just buy 2 pieces of fried chicken feet, boss. So those 2 pieces fried chicken feet, it's like this small. So we are going to cut that into two so that it will be divided into four because we are four siblings. And we will buy that chicken feet for just 20 cents. 20 cents in dollar, boss. So imagine, boss, the chicken feet was just so small, and we would buy and we will eat this, and I mean we have to split this into four so that we can have our dish for that day. And sometimes me, I being a kid, I have this. I would cut the chicken into two, but the bigger one, I will get the bigger one and I will give the smaller one to my sister. But even though my sister saw me, okay, even though that my sister can see me getting the bigger part or the bigger portion of the chicken, she will just letting me to do that because um he just want to make sure that can still eat that piece of chicken, even though but it's like she's sacrificing herself for me for that
Wow.
particular portion. Yeah. So to be honest, is growing up in that kind of life is not that easy, boss. And although still I'm happy because I have a complete family, and but thinking about it, I don't wanna give that kind of life with my daughter.
Yeah.
I don't wanna, yes.
How
Like
long?
Was it kind of normal? Like, would it be normal for you, like, just to have one meal a day during them times? Like one.
it's no, boss. It's like twice a day.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes in the evening we will buy, like, if you're familiar with Milo, it's like a chocolate drink, boss.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's our dish for like in the evening or
Right.
sometime. Yeah. Yes. So
So you would have like maybe rice for breakfast and then Milo at nighttime before bed.
yes, boss.
And how was that your like nearly your whole childhood? Like was that like a big chunk of your childhood like that?
Yes, until maybe when I was in high school. But during my college days, when my father decided to resign to his company and built his own, like, a little company, that's the time we already experienced some a little bit a good life, boss. So yeah.
Did you when you were like during that time was a lot of people around your neighborhood and at your school in a similar position, or were they in a better position and you like did you know that like what your like the sacrifices that your parents were making at that time?
Yes, boss. There's a lot of students also has the same case with me, but there are also people, or like, for example, kids that are not experienced the same I was experienced during that time, boss. And and it's just, maybe we're just so lucky that during those times, even at that very young age, we already understand how how hard life is. And the only thing that I can contribute during that time, the only thing that I can help my parents, just to study hard for me to be able to have a job in the future and to help them. So that's the only thing. So that's the only plan that I have before, just to
Okay.
study hard. Yeah.
So that was the reason, like that was a big motivation for you. You're like, hey, I'm going to work hard to work out of this current situation to help my family, and then to ensure that I will never have an environment like this for your child.
Yes,
Yeah.
boss.
Yeah.
And at what stage did that start to happen? Like, can you remember when you were able to contribute to help them?
Um, was I think when I was in college, or because when I was in college, I already got this scholarship, boss, so they don't need to earn money just to send me to school, because there's no, I don't think there's no public school in college here in the Philippines. Or if there has, you should be a very the smartest kid. I'm not that smartest kid, but I can maintain a high grades for me to be able to have a scholarship. So when during those times, I can say that I can help my parents by not letting them spending money for me. And just like what I mentioned earlier, that the city government who covered my just covering my tuition fee was also giving me an allowance, like for my book allowance, textbook allowance. And instead of using that money for me to buy the textbook that I need, I will just give the money to my parents for us to have an allowance for our daily food.
Are you close to your siblings now? Like, do you guys still talk a lot?
Yes, yes, boss. I'm
Yeah.
very close with my siblings, and I can say that we have now a good life, twice twice as before.
Wow.
And we all had graduated with master I mean with a degree. So that's the best thing that I can say that happened to us, even though we experienced a lot of hardship during our younger years.
And I imagine too now, well, what gave you, like, how did you become so resourceful, and like, was it just paying really close attention at school? Like, did you have great teachers? Like, how did you like work your way out of that position to find yourself like in it? Like, you're educated, right? You're a smart person. Was that through application at school, or like, did you do any additional study yourself, or?
Yes, boss. I applied the scholarship in our city government, so I have to pass an examination before I get that scholarship. Then, but this scholarship has just a limited. They can just cover a limited, a certain amount. I mean, they cannot cover the whole tuition fee for my school. So what I did that time is also to take an exam for a scholarship exam in my school during that time. And I also and luckily I passed. So when I passed the scholarship, I got the half scholarship, so it means that I have to pay for another half. So that's the other half that I need to pay during my college days. That's the amount that the city government covered for my scholarship that I applied to them.
Got ya. And what did you study at college?
I studied what do you mean, boss? The course, my course?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Business administration, major in banking and finance, boss. So
Got ya.
I also had an experience working in a bank. That was my first job.
Okay, cool. Yeah, awesome. And so after school, what did you do? Did you go, like, did you leave, like, you graduated, and then what did you do for work thereafter?
Um, 3 days before I graduated, I already hired by the number one bank here in the Philippines. So I was able to become a bank teller. And so it means that even though I'm still studying, I already started working in a bank. And that time I can say that I can fully help my parents with all the expenses, unlike before that, when I was just studying, that the only I can contribute is that just to study. So when I started working, I can help them with all the expenses. My sister also can help them because that's my sister was also graduated during that time, and she has also worked before. Though the only difference is that I have a more stable job than her. So yeah, but right after that, I decided to work in a fast food restaurant where I met Ven. Because what was my plan is I was to work in Canada, boss.
Okay.
Yes, that was really my dream, especially when I got married. That's my husband and I dream to live, work and live in Canada. That's why I decided to resign in the bank, then work in a fast food restaurant because during that time only the fast food restaurant has a lot of job openings in Canada. So when I transferred to a fast food restaurant, so I'm already married that time, but that's that's the start of my we call this that was the start of mm, the hardest days of my life. Should I say that? I think that's the best
Yeah.
this to describe when I got married and separated from my husband. So that all my dreams were shattered, all my plans were being neglected, and um, so my plan in living in Canada was not pushed through.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was stuck in McDonald's in my fast food restaurant, trying to provide um, trying to provide everything for my daughter on my own because as you know boss although the father of my child is still alive, if you're just wondering, no, but honestly I don't know where he is because we don't have this regular communication,
Yeah.
and to be honest he doesn't support my child in any way because he always tells me that he have no job. So yeah, but whenever there's a school activity or our daughter's birthday, I will let him know and he will show up. So that's the only time they will see each other.
How long
And
were you married for?
we're married for just like almost 2 years, but we've been together, boyfriend and girlfriend, for 10 years, boss, before
Wow.
we got married.
Yeah.
Yes, and I don't know what happened. To be exact, to be honest, boss, I don't know what happened, and just I woke up one day that he doesn't want he wants I mean he wants us to get separated. So I was pregnant during the time, and um um sorry boss,
Yeah.
I don't want to talk him anymore.
Okay. Yeah. Let's not do it then. It's all good. It's all good. How long were you? So how long were you at McDonald's for?
I've been with McDonald's for it's like almost 8 years, boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so you had your daughter. What's your daughter's name?
Margaret.
Okay. And so she was born, and you're like, wow, I'm a mum now. Like, were you? And I don't think any of us are, right? But like when you hold your child, and you're like, wow, I need to protect this little person and like provide for this little person. And I imagine this is like another challenging opportunity for you to now navigate like your career or your job and like balancing being a young single mum, like all that, like how long did you have the support from your parents or your sisters during that time?
Yes, boss. I have my parents who always supports me, boss. And during that time, boss, my especially when I was working in McDonald's, my mother is the one who's taking care of my daughter. And to be honest, boss, my daughter is the reason why I decided to have this work from home job because there was a time because before my daughter was always with her grandma, because I spend so much time at work. So sometimes it pains me or hurt me whenever I get home, and I tell her to sit beside me. Then she will tell me that, no, mommy, I want to sleep beside mama, her lola. So that's the time when I realized that my daughter needs me, and she's the most important thing in my life, and aside from my family. And I don't want us to grow distant or feel like strangers to each other. And yeah, that's the reason why I chose to work from home.
How old is she now?
She is 9,
Yeah,
and
so
she's
cool.
doing great, boss. She's doing great, and I can say that despite of all the hardship that I've been through, she's my reward, because ever since, boss, she's doing great in school. She's always the top one in her school, and she's a very smart kid. It's like she knew already what I mean what is our what kind of family she has right now. I mean, our situation, even though she's not asking, I can feel that she knew it, and she doesn't want to talk about it. She grew up very I mean, she's not very fond of his father, because it's very rare for her to meet his father. So it's like that she always tell me that, mommy, it's okay that I don't have a dad, as long as you're okay, as long as you're not crying, as long as we were together, I don't need my dad.
Yeah, it's cool. And I think
Right.
like Tim, sorry, Bosco.
It hurts me, boss, to hear my daughter saying that, because even though we're not in good, I mean, my father, I mean, her father and me is not in good terms. I don't wanna I don't want her to feel that way, but I can't stop her from that feelings, boss, because I don't know. Even though I always tell her that don't feel like that, don't get mad to your dad, he's still your dad, and I can't stop her.
Of course.
Yes.
Because she like while she might be 9 years old, like they are kids are smart, right? They understand that, and I think this is a representation of like how strong of a woman you are as well. For her to say, "Hey, mum, just to let you know, I don't need anyone else. Like you are enough for me." So like you play both roles in a roundabout way, and like you just have a really strong mother and a really strong like idol or representation in her life, and I think like that's all she needs, right? And I think too, like yeah, you'll make me cry now, boss. um, because um, because like she would have friends, right? That have, and she sees movies and TV shows, and she's like, "That's a mum and that's a dad," and like that, like there's these representations of these perfect, families, but really on the inside, everyone has their own challenge or their own like. There is no such thing as a perfect family, right? Like, whilst it might be a mum and a dad, but there are always things on the inside that other people don't know. So, and yeah, I just want to reinforce that like your family and your situation is perfect for exactly what it is right now, and it's going to shape and mold her life. And similar to the challenges that you face as a child that you used and leveraged to help you build the life that you now have control and freedom in, she will do the same thing. Like, um, I'm excited to like continue to support you and to watch her grow up into to be a young lady and leverage and grow out of this current situation. It's going to be powerful, boss. And like you're her idol, right? She gets to mold her existence of like, hey, my mum was a stand-up person. She worked extremely hard to provide and to make me safe and give me everything that I needed to continue to educate and put myself in the best position at school. Like she notices that, right? It's really, really cool.
Yes, boss.
Yeah.
Right now, boss, I can honestly say that I'm in one of the happiest years of my life. So Of course, it started when I became the part of the virtual spotter family. No, since I transitioned a work from home setup, earning at least 2 times or 3 times on when I bet what I used to make before. So, and I was able to transfer my daughter in a bigger school, and now I can financially support her on my own. And I remember one time, boss, I will just share this with you. For the first time, I've s- I had experience shopping for groceries with my daughter. You know, without worrying about the prices, about the without limiting her on what she can pick. So she even asked me, "Mom, are you sure you want to buy this all for me?" Because she's being used to me saying that, "No, do not pick that. It's very expensive." Or, "Okay, you can get one, only one, okay?" So during that time I didn't hold her back. So it was really fulfilling, boss. And it was all because of virtual spotter, that my client as well. I'm very, very grateful for that, because I have this kind of experience that I've never experienced before. And I'm really happy, boss.
Well, the thing is, right, like all of that, that's like Virtual Spotter has been the platform for you to be able to express and like flourish yourself, right? So it's like anything that you've achieved is all off your own back. It's all off you applying your effort and all your amazing work ethic, but like just using our platform. So like I'm grateful to be able to help support you and for that to be able to happen. Like I know how amazing that is to feel. It's interesting, right? And like we all sort of aspire to like for different things. It might be items or material items or like or a house or a home or a car or a bike or whatever it might be. But fundamentally, being able to provide and buy the things like for your family without like concern of like how you're going to pay for it or what you have to go without in order to buy that thing, might even be a pair of shoes, right? Um, like that is a really cool feeling knowing that you can provide for your family. I think it's like it's huge.
Yes, boss. Now I can also help my parents with any delays, and sometimes they will buy something for themselves, and I will offer to pay for it. So it feels really good to me.
Yeah.
It feels really good in a position where I can do that now. So I'm truly happy, boss, and thankful where I am in life now. So these are the reasons why I always I always say that I'm always grateful for you and Bosak, and of course with Traction as well. I will be forever grateful, boss. Because I will not be here if you did not help me to become part of this company as well.
Well, the feeling is very mutual, boss, and we're super grateful to have you on the team. And like you're an amazing role model to all the other guys, and a massive, like someone that we can like. You're like the North Star in Virtual Spotter, right? Someone that we can go to, and we know exactly what we're going to get from you. Like we can throw you any challenge or any obstacle, and like we know that we will get an amazing result. So I'm super grateful to have you in our team, boss. What what are some of your goals? Like, do you have any goals that you're working towards at the moment? Maybe personal goals or goals with your family. Anything that you sort of
My goal was actually told Ben and Lara and Bojoms about this. I am planning to buy my own house, boss, because right now
Wow.
I'm living with my parents, but I'm still planning on it because providing with my daughter alone is huge already. I mean, it's not easy to provide on my own for my daughter, and but still little by little I'm saving money for me to be able to have a I can call our own house. So that's my ultimate goal.
do you think about what that house looks like, where it will be, how it would feel living in it? Like, how deep do you sort of think about that goal?
i'm planning to have I'm actually planning to live near Ben's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, because actually, Ben, Lara, Joms, and Joyce, I think they were just all almost near to each other's house. So I'm the only one a little bit far from them. So I'm just thinking on when I had this chance to buy a house, I would preferably choose the ones near to their house as well, so that whenever we have this meeting or we have just brainstorming, because sometimes we are doing brainstormings and we have meetings, so it will be much easier for me to go to their house.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Another
Another.
thing, there's one other massive thing, right? Like that is an advantage of living close to Ven's house. Do you know what that is?
what boss?
He's
He's an amazing baker and he makes good cookies.
Yes, he's an amazing cook, boss, and his mom as well.
Yeah. So if I was to move anywhere in the Philippines, it is likely right next door to Ven, so I could eat them cookies that he bakes.
Yes, boss.
Now that would be fun.
Yes, they don't need to deliver it to our house because
No, that's right. We'll be
in a
there.
moment, yes, because in a
Yeah.
moment, boss, for me to be able to taste his cookies, he have to deliver it to our home.
Yeah. We can smell them, right? Like it's like, oop, time to go and visit Ven.
Yes.
And you just gave me an idea. I think it would be really cool if I think it'd be really cool. Do you know what a vision board is? Yeah. Like, do you understand the concept of a vision board?
No, boss.
Okay. So a vision board is kind of like it's a physical board or it might be a digital board that you pin your like pictures of your goals or things that you're working towards. So it might be a house, it might be a bike, it might be a picture of a college to represent that you want to pay for your daughter's schooling. It might it might be sort of anything that you're working towards. And it's interesting because I understand the value of a vision board, but I don't do it. And I think it's just purely because I haven't applied the effort to making it happen, right? But as you spoke about your goals, it's like I think it'd be cool for like all of us inside Virtual Spotter to hold ourselves accountable and create a vision board. Because like when you can visualize something and bring it to life, like you're putting it out to the universe to say, hey, I'm going to buy a house and I'm going to buy a house in this area and it's going to look like this. And when you can work towards that goal, like you basically like it's like I'm pretty sure from my understanding of like the meaning of manifestation, like that is what it is. It's like, hey, this is my goal and we're going to put it out in the universe. It might be a little bit scary to talk about it out loud because I put myself in a position to fail. But when I do achieve that, it's going to be amazing.
Yes, and I think whenever I will look at it, it will inspire me, and
For sure.
yeah.
For sure. Yeah. That's really, really cool. Well, let's do it together. I'll do one with you. That'd be cool. So how far away do you live from them now? Like, are you a long way from them at the moment?
Yes, boss, because I live in, it's like a province. It's like a 2 to 3 hours travel time from here to Ben's house.
That makes sense. And so some of the things that your daughter into sports now or like outside of schooling, how do you guys spend time with each other? What do you do?
We actually reading books. That's what she likes most, reading books. And sometimes she takes a swimming school, but she only took that swimming school during summer, so now she's not active with that. So we spend most of our time reading books.
Yeah, cool. That's cool. Do you read books yourself? Like, do you read much?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Yes, I'm not a bookish boss. I'm not that bookish, but my daughter is.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And what do you mostly do you watch TV? Like, do you get into TV shows like Joms, K-pop drama shows? What are you into?
I love K-pop drama, boss. It is the one. I mean, it's like a medicine to me. And whenever I have
Okay.
a problem, I will just watch K dramas, and it makes my life, happier and easier. And yeah, it's my way of sometimes releasing my my problems,
Yeah.
It's like an escape. Like for that 30 minutes, you don't have to worry about anything. It's just like I can go in here and yeah, you're
Yeah.
Exactly. And
That's
I'm
cool.
being inspired with those handsome boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because of them, boss, I'm not looking for a real man.
yeah, you don't need one, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not I'm not looking for a real man because I'm already inspired with them. I'm just always daydreaming of their face and
Yeah. Yeah.
boss, I'm also I have also planned to go to Korea because of those guys. Even though I'm
Yeah.
not sure if I'm going to see them, but I
Yeah.
really wanted to go to Korea because I just wanna try their I mean how their life there, their culture. I just wanna try all of them. So
Yeah. It's really interesting. It was one thing that really stood out to me when I visited the Philippines and how much in the Philippines, the Korean culture has a lot of status. Like there's a lot of like they are like a lot of Filipinos look up to their singers, their actors.
yes, exactly.
Like and I'm not exactly sure why, but like for whatever reason, I think that there's just a lot of admiration. Like the Filipino culture have a lot of admiration towards Koreans specifically.
Because it like for example their dramas is not that
Yeah.
very heartbreaking. We don't like that kind of drama anymore because here in the Philippines the drama is like literally drama. It's very heartbreaking and very toxic. But in K drama it's just very as like a soft kind of story. It's
Got
like
yeah.
you always feel like you are in just your high school days.
But yeah, that's
Cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Even when I went to, and I think because Korea is relatively close to the Philippines, and I remember when we stayed at J Park in Cebu, there was like mostly everyone was Korean. Like that, I think that's where like a lot of the Koreans will holiday. Is that right? Like they
Yes,
spend a lot.
yes, boss. And personally, Korean loves Japan.
Right, gotcha. Yeah, and we had Korean barbecue.
We had
Korean
Yeah.
barbecue.
barbecue, delicious.
Yeah. It
Yes,
was
it is.
yummy. Yeah.
What's your favorite food ever? What's your favorite food?
Filipino dish, boss.
Anything. If you could eat one meal right now, what would it be?
Oh, I really love to eat, boss. Wait, I love lechon.
What's that?
Lechon, boss. It's like a fried pork.
Got yeah.
How can I explain it? It's like a fry. It's like a no. It's not fried. It's like a pork barbecue, but the whole pig.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like a spit roast. We call them like a spit roast.
yeah.
Ah, delicious. Delicious. What about sweets? Do you like?
Yes, boss. I love sweets. I
Me
really love
too.
sweets, especially ice
Represent.
cream, boss.
Oh, what are
It's
we
not that
talking?
healthy because it's sweet and it's cold, but
Yeah.
I really love eating ice cream, boss, especially when I'm stressed, when I have problems. It's my one way of escaping problems as well. Boss, the 1 liter, I mean the 1 liter, right? Of ice cream. I can eat
Yeah.
that by one,
Yes.
while,
One go.
while watching K drama.
Yeah, represent. Yes, I'm with you there, sister. I love ice cream. I love ice cream.
Really,
I could
boss?
easily. Oh, it's like my kryptonite. It's my kryptonite. Like I could easily eat a liter, like no issue. Um, and I think that I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, I don't think that anyone gets to their deathbed at the end of their life and think that they wish they ate less ice cream. I think mostly everyone would be like, like I wish I ate more ice cream. Like ice cream helps everything.
Course, really, that's
Yeah.
true. Sometimes I buy sweet like candies, chocolates, ice cream for my daughter. But to be honest, my daughter one doesn't like sweets,
Okay.
so I always ended up finishing. I mean, eating them all on my own.
Yeah. Yeah.
So good.
Not healthy, but yeah,
Well,
I really love
this
sweet was.
And I'm sure it's very similar in the Philippines, but like we're coming into the season now where it is all about food. You know, coming up to Christmas time, there's a lot of like family gatherings and parties and celebrations, and it's food, delicious food.
Yes, I love
Yeah.
food was.
It's been wonderful to sit down and chat with you, boss, and like to learn even more about you. I think that You're an amazing person. You're an even better mother. You're an amazing worker and virtual spotter. And like we're super grateful to have someone like you in our team, someone that we can have like almost on a pedestal to say, hey, like this is the expectation that we're all striving to be like and to work towards. And I can't express enough how grateful I am to have you inside Virtual Spotter and to help guide and mentor the rest of the team. And to play a small part in your life, boss. It makes me really, really happy. So I appreciate you very much.
Thank you, boss. Same here, boss. I'm always just like what I said. I'm also forever grateful for both of you with boss. Thanks for everything, boss, and for
My
all the
pleasure,
support
boss.
that you are always giving to us, not just for me, but to us for the whole virtual spotter.
I appreciate you. Salamat, boss. We'll talk soon.
Thank you, boss. Have a great day.
TL Ral, absolute Lodi. There's always stories of resilience, right? But I think she has an even specialer one. So I'm excited for you to listen to that episode of TL Ral, 11 Minutes with My Lodi, which we go, I think we're like talking for nearly an hour now, right? Which is amazing. But I appreciate her very much. She's an amazing singer. She's a very hard worker. She's a superstar mum, and she means a lot to me and Virtual Spotter. I hope you like that episode. See you next week with 11 Minutes with My Lodi. Peace.